Okay, friends, so I'm going to show you how to do I call it a three-part line graph. Essentially, it's just one range of years with three different data sets on top of it. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do this data set because you'll be doing this one yourself, but I'm going to use a parallel data set. So I'm going to come over here to Sheets, and I've got myself a nice blank spreadsheet ready to go. So I'm going to start with years. I found if I go from 2017 to 2020, we've actually got Spotify users in the US, Pandora users in the US, and YouTube users in the US. And this is just kind of fun data. Same basic idea you have to do for your homework, except instead of using faculty types, we'll use Spotify, Pandora, and YouTube users. And I was interested in this just because the folks I play music with have been chatting about where we get most of our royalties from and why. So in Spotify, in 2017, 46 million people in the United States, discrete people, used Spotify, and that had grown to 76 million people by 2020. Pandora was 75 in 2017, and that had fallen to 61 million in 2020. And YouTube grew from 164 million to 260 million. Now, I'm leaving the millions off just to make the numbers tolerable. I'll add the millions to the title of the chart later. All right, and once you've got your data in, we're just going to select it all. We're going to go up to Insert, and we're going to put a chart in. And it already kind of read my mind and knew what kind of chart would look best. You see 2017 through 2020, and then you've got the lines. There's your Spotify and YouTube lines growing and your Pandora line dropping. And this is fine, except there are a couple changes I want to make. Spotify users, Pandora users, YouTube users. I want to change that and make sure that we know in millions in the US. I kind of want to make sure that my reader knows that we're talking about the US only, and also those numbers are in millions of users. And I don't think we need to have the word users 3 times. How about Spotify, Pandora, and YouTube users? That's a little bit easier to see. In millions in the US. Okay, and that's great. Now, the one thing I kind of don't like, I like the vertical axis. It starts at 0, goes to 300. It fits all the lines. I'm not a huge fan of the line bumping up 2017 and 2020, like right up against the edges. So I'm going to build a little bit of wiggle room in. I'm going to go to Customize, Horizontal Axis, and I'm going to come down here and change the minimum value. Let's make it maybe 2016. And then make the maximum value 2021. That'll give us, I like that a little bit better. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room between. And you know what else I'm going to do? A little bit more change. I'm going to go to the series. I think we did this before a couple of videos ago. Let's add the points at the end of the lines. Maybe 7. That's not bad. I kind of like that. Now you can see where the point starts and stops, a little bit easier to see. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that looks sharp. Yeah. Okay, good. There you go. So now you'll do the same thing in your homework, except you're not going to use Spotify, Pandora, and YouTube users. You're going to use faculty at COCC from 2007 through 2018. All right? Have some fun.